Good morning from BGC, Philippines. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why I personally don't live here in BGC, despite it being known as one of the most high-end upscale areas in the entire country. I have several reasons that I want to talk about here in today's video of why I don't live here. As I'm giving you this list, I'm going to show you around BGC, give you the tour and myself, because I really haven't seen too much of it yet. We're beginning today's video over here in Uptown, and I'm not going to show you too much of Uptown because I have a video where I am here in Uptown, but we're going to go over to High Street and Burger Circle and other places in today's video. So for my list of reasons why I don't live here, I'll go ahead and get that started for you. I'll start with some obvious reasons and then get to some more interesting reasons later on that you might not have thought of. But obviously, I think you can imagine this area is going to be more expensive. The biggest price difference is probably your rent, and rooms here seem to be more expensive than most places I've seen in the Philippines. So let's test out some prices here. I'm hungry, I need a snack anyway. Let's see if it compares to American prices. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you. Okay, so where are the prices? Oh, here we go. $4.45, 400 pesos, the big plate, garlic smoke. What is bangus?
Fish, garlic smoke bangus.
Oh, so you've got like a Filipino version of Denny's. Oh, that's cool.
But we have slums here. Yeah.
So this is the American one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's very American. Okay, so pancakes, sausage, bacon. Can an adult order a junior?
Yeah, junior the double.
But can I order, or do you have to be a kid to order that? I can order that?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'll get a snack at Denny's actually. Hold on. The small size is $2.70, and then how much do you get for $4.95? Gotcha.
2 bacon, 2 sausage, and 2 egg.
This was not the plan. We're eating at Denny's. Salamat po.
I'll be back. I got one more.
So individual eggs are 35. I'll do 3 eggs.
3 eggs.
Yes, please. So those food prices aren't drastically more expensive than what you would pay at one of these Western restaurants outside of BGC. But then you don't have the street food options maybe, or the Filipino barbecue that you can easily find outside of BGC. You don't really see that around here. I haven't seen it at all. And that's often the most affordable things. So maybe your only options are these prices at these restaurants. But I do need to say that I can't say anything bad about BGC. That's important for me to say that. If you want to have the comforts and the amenities and those types of luxuries, condos, swimming pools, nice gyms, it is a clean, modern, quiet, upscale, bougie area. It has all of those things. I can't say anything bad about it. It's a beautiful area. But let me go ahead and go down to number 2 on our list for today of why I personally don't choose to live here. The lack of, let's say, Filipino-ness that I'm used to. And I mentioned this in my other video that I made here, and I actually got a little bit of hate comments for saying it, that I felt like it wasn't very Filipino, but I didn't elaborate much on that. So I'll do that now. I'll elaborate on what I meant by that. If you were to ask, let's say, a Filipino retirement age, if you were to ask them to define the Filipino culture, I don't think they would say this. Right? I understand this is a more modern version of the culture, and it's a very diverse culture from one island to the next, with different languages, dialects, food, but I don't think that Denny's is part of the Filipino culture. If you were to ask a Filipino, maybe, how they define the Filipino culture. What I mean is the kwek-kwek, the street food, the street barbecue, the karaoke, the fiestas. That's what I think of when I think of the Filipino culture, not Denny's. I feel like I'm kind of missing that a little bit here. I'm gonna talk more about this later in today's video after I've seen more of BGC. However, if you're visiting the Philippines for the first time, you're probably gonna find more of the authentic culture outside of BGC. But the best part of the Philippines are Filipinos, and they're still here. So they're still the bubbliest, most friendly people that I've ever met. So that's still here. Just the check, please. Yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, so the total. 112 pesos, okay.
First thing?
I usually live in Bohol, but I'm here for a few days in Manila now. Yeah, are you from Manila?
No, I'm from Manila.
Mindanao. Oh, so you speak Bisaya?
Yeah.
Oh, I know Gamay Bisaya. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sorry?
Love your vlog.
Oh, you know it?
Oh yeah, very well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
what was your name?
Brian.
Brian Jonathan.
Jonathan, pleasure to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, great to see you here in BGC.
Yeah. I love it. It's great. But yeah, ironically, I'm talking about why I don't live here. So
No, and it's funny. I moved out of BGC too.
Nice to meet you. You too. Thank you. Okay, we just talked about something with the cameras off, and it was the next few things that I was gonna mention, or the next one thing that I was gonna mention in this video about why I don't live here. Thank you very much. All right, do you want to say goodbye? Thank you. Oh man, I love Filipinos. They're just so nice. Now let's head over to High Street so I can show you that area. I've never been to High Street. I want to check that out, give you and myself a tour. Now another option you can do is you can take one of these hogs, which I'd gladly do, but I'm assuming that it takes Gcash and to pay for it, but my Gcash has never worked. Taxi. Kamusta po?
High Street?
Yeah, Makano? Or meter? Ah, perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Kamusta po?
Ay, okay lang.
Okay lang. Awesome.
Okay lang ang buhay.
Mabuhay. Very snazzy, guys. Very fancy. Beautiful. Beautiful area. Ping or Ingat. Ingat, yeah, Ingat. Hi. See you. Thank you. We have reached High Street. This is my first High Street. Let's go check it out. Let's drink it in. Wow. So this looks like an event square, doesn't it? Maybe they have some sort of activities or concerts or festivals might take place over there because you've got this big open area. But just look how clean and beautiful, and everything is just manicured really well. Look, see all this? Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into the, not negatives, but my personal preferences of why I don't live here. And this might not be a negative for you. This might be something that you prefer and a reason why you would want to live in BGC. But for me, this is something that I personally don't want. When I first moved to the Philippines, I went straight to the provinces, basically. And I stayed on the islands, the beach towns, the small towns. And one thing that I loved about it was that I didn't feel judgment. I felt like no one was judging me on what I was wearing. I could wear a sleeveless shirt, flip-flops, slippers, they call them here. No one was judging me on the type of, the brand of motorbike that I was driving. I felt much more free and relaxed. But then here, it feels more like my country in a way. It feels like that judgment is back, maybe to an extent. And I don't know if it's from foreigners or locals, but maybe judgment's not even the right word, but it feels like there's pressure to kind of carry yourself differently, present yourself differently, maybe wear certain clothes, not the sleeveless shirt, and maybe not the flip-flops and the you certainly wouldn't go shirtless here, but in the provinces that's accepted. In a lot of places outside of here, you're free. You feel more free. You can be barefoot without a shirt in a lot of places, and honestly I love that. I love not needing to dress to impress, but that's just me. That's my personal preference. A lot of people like to dress up. You know, for instance, right here, there's a pole blocking it, but there's a Rolex store right there, right? And so that's kind of what I'm talking about, is designer brands, name brand stuff. I do have to be completely transparent here. I am no expert on BGC. I've barely spent any time here whatsoever. So this is based purely on a feeling that I get. But again, I've got nothing negative to say about it, really. Just look around. Let's go explore a little bit over here and walk and talk. But I might be completely wrong about what I just said. I could be. So let me know if you get a different feeling when you're here. And oh, I forgot to mention, it was about 50 pesos to get over here, which is about $1 US for that taxi ride. It was just 5-7 minute taxi ride. Of course, are gonna be all the modern malls that you want here as well. All the stores, anything you need, I would imagine. This video, for many who are watching this, they might actually take all of this as positives and decide that they want to live in BGC based on what I'm saying, because I'm showing you that they have the great Wi-Fi, the modern architecture, coffee shops, everything your heart desires. Pottery barn. There's a pottery barn. You got your Apple stores. I think if you needed to get anything fixed here, you'd be able to do it without a problem. There's something else that I was gonna mention as a negative, but honestly, as I got here, I'm seeing it. I was gonna talk about nature, because that's one of the main reasons also that I don't live in a city, is because of nature. But I will say that they've done a good job of giving you some little bit of green. We've got some trees, got some flowers, got some grass, But it's not the same as, of course, being out in the provinces at the beach. So that's, I think, a matter of preference. A lot of people love cities, a lot of people don't. They want nature. Personally, that's just a personal reason I like nature, and it's not super close compared to a lot of the other places where I've spent time. I can get to the beach within 10 minutes of where I live right now. Probably the Philippines might be most well known for is just having some of the best, most world-class beaches in the world. This is probably a good time to bring up one more thing I wanted to talk about here, and that is the safety, which probably, if you could tell based on everything I've shown you so far, it's not a concern of mine personally. From everything that I've seen online, everyone else's reviews of living in BGC and how I feel right now, I couldn't feel safer than I do right now. There are a lot of places in my country, a lot of areas of certain cities where I would never walk around holding a camera like this, and here I have zero concern about holding a camera out like I am right now, or for my well-being and safety in general. It feels extremely safe in every way. This was supposed to be a list of negatives, and I got here and I ended up, I think I've listed off more positive things than negatives, but I do have to mention that. I do have to give you my honest opinion, and really I'm seeing more positives than negatives here. Oh look, I guess people live here. That looks like apartments here. Let's go check this out. Yeah, so my negative video is more positives than negatives, and like I said, I was about to talk about the nature again, but you actually have a decent amount of trees throughout the city, so you don't feel like you're too much in the concrete jungle. Because I think if you've seen my channel, I have so many videos of me just on the motorbike, just surrounded by green and coconut trees. That's what I love about Philippines. It's the culture that I described earlier. It's the nature. That's why I came here. As far as cities go, this one, you can't ask for anything nicer. It's amazing, this area. But you got Japanese restaurants, you've got a hair studio, you've got a Wong Fu. Well, not sure what Wong Fu is. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know what this area is called. Not a clue, but there's a coffee shop. And a Cold Stone Creamery. Again, we've got a million American chains, don't we? The Coffee Bean. 2 shots of espresso on ice, 145 pesos. So that is more expensive. I don't know. If you get one of these coffee shops anywhere really around the Philippines, coffee shops like this, they're in that range really. I have no idea where I am though. I've never seen this area where I am. I can't get this. Hold on. This is the tightest paper I've ever seen. I gotta stay focused. I started this video as why I don't want to live here, and maybe I didn't give it a good enough shot, but as I've continued to make this video, I'm changing my mind. I'm not. But there's just no substitute for the nature that I talked about, and the motorbike life, and the beaches. And then I feel like outside of here, you do feel a stronger connection to the Filipino culture, at least the traditional Filipino culture. That was my mistake in my last video here. I didn't include the word traditional, because cultures change, they adopt things. Traditional Filipino culture, I feel more of that when I go outside of BGC. The things that are unique to the Philippines. If you go to certain areas in the provinces, it's karaoke in your face, lechon in your face, and I know they have lechon here. It's Red Horse and passing around the 1 cup. Maybe I'll change my mind one day, maybe I'll give BGC a shot. For now, I'm choosing not to live here. I prefer everything else that I described. But for many of you, this video probably convinced many of you to move here. What can I say? I'm impressed. It's amazing. And since I mentioned prices in this video, here's a video I made covering the cost of living on the island where I currently live. And if I do a cost of living video in BGC, I'll put that video right here also. Thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.